When removing the heat pipe, you really only have two screws to remove. This one and this one. They are clearly indicated by the arrow on the heat pipe. The screw that goes right here and right here actually pass through the chassis from behind to the back of the display to keep everything in place. Something else to keep in mind is do not remove these two screws up here, as they actually connect to a fan, which is connected by a wire right here. Again, little pocket knife on the edges help free that up, or your needle nose pliers. Obviously, since you're working so close to the main board, you need to be very careful not to chip or scar it, otherwise you may damage a surface resistor or a path. And I have forgotten that the heat pipe is also connected over here to the video. So you'll need to take your pair of pliers and remove the screws on the serial port. Is that the serial port? I believe that was supposed to have been the video connector. I don't recall. No, it's a serial port. Sorry. Okay, before continuing on, I may have to retract. You may be able to get away with leaving the heat pipe on. It's been a while since I've disassembled it before. But before I continue, I would like to also point out a few other things for those that are considering doing a hardware hack on this machine. There is a dock that you can buy off of eBay or whatever that goes in through the port replicator here. There's a mini port replicator and an actual stationary port replicator. On this machine, there is external video, external USB ports, floppy controllers, parallel ports, the LAN if you want to have your Ethernet. All of that is recognized by the Windows hardware and Linux as being already on here. Some of these are actually just taps to pre-existing chipsets, such as the video, the Ethernet, etc. If you're looking at doing a hardware mod, because this only comes with one Ethernet port, over here around the stylus channel, if there's the laptop lock, you may want to go ahead and just Dremel out and put a true Ethernet port here, or a secondary USB port. There's not a lot of locations that you can actually put an additional. Up here is the jack for the telephone connector, up here at the top. There are instances of this model actually having the Ethernet port come out of here instead of the modem, as it has a built-in modem. So that is also an option. This particular model does not have the radio module. Some of them do, so you may run into differences there. When it comes to removing the main board, one other thing, if you ever have to replace the battery backup, on the inside of the bottom here is 6 basically standard hearing aid or little watch battery style batteries that have been shrink wrapped onto a couple of wires that reach here. Again, here's another film connector. This goes to the infrared keyboard connector. So when we go to remove the main board, There's a screw here, the film connector, backup battery, and underneath the heat pipe here, there is also a secondary screw. So you may need to remove the heat pipe just to get to this upper screw, because it is slightly underneath it and you'll have to move it to the side to get to it. And one other thing that I should mention too is another connector right here goes underneath to the piezoelectric speaker that's in the back. So you'll definitely want to remove that also for when you remove the main board, if you are desiring to remove the main board.